Hey you guys, what's up? Joe here. I just recorded an entire video and my sound was messed up. I'm not sure what happened, but somehow it got changed to a different device. So, I'm going to show this Sudoku puzzle called let me try to get this volume correct. Killer at the Large in the Fog, number 3, by Fenners. Hello again, Detective. It's been a while. We've been withholding this letter from the Zodiac for a while now, but even our best cryptographers don't know how to get started on it. Here are the rules we have. Now it's over to you. Normal 9x9 Sudoku, so 1 to 9 in every column, row, and 3x3 box. Dynamic fog. The letter has been partially smudged. This time, digits may or may not reveal more clues. Arrows, digits on the tail of an arrow, sum to the digit in the bulb. All bulbs are visible from the start. If a line heads toward a cell, it enters that cell. They are snipped so they can't be seen through the smudge. German whispers. Digits on a green line must differ by at least 5. Parity line. Adjacent digits on a red line must have an even and odd digit. Entropic line. For every 3 adjacent digits on a peach line, one must be from set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. Modular line. For every 3 adjacent digits on a teal line, one must be from the set 147, 258, and 369. Region sum. Digits on a blue line must sum to the same value for each box it enters. Finally, the killer's name will be revealed by the digits in cells with outlined boxes. Our heads were scrambled by this one. I marvel at how letters could possibly be equated to digits. Good luck. So, the first thing to note is that these arrow lines are 4 cells long. So if they were different cells, they would be 1, 2, 3, 4, which would be more than a single digit can be. So that tells us that this digit is going to reappear on the line in one of these 2 spots. And so we can say, or we can just test quickly if 4 could do that. And 4 plus 4 would already be 8. It would need 2 ones to, and it would still be 10. So it is broken. So since all 3 of these arrows are kind of the same, thing, then these are going to be a 1, 2, 3. And if we check quickly, 1 and 1 is 2. We could not add 2 more digits to it to make 6, because it would have to be a 1 and a 3, which we could not do because the 1 would already be on here, or a 2 and 2, which we cannot do because it would put 2 2s in the same row. Since it cannot be a 6, it must be a 7, 8, 9. So we're making triples real fast. Also, another thing we could quickly check is that if 3 was the repeated digit, first we could ask, can we do it without a 1? So if we had a 2 and a 2 down here, we would have 4. Then we would need a 3 and 4. It'd be way too big. So we know that a 1 also goes on every single line, and one of them will have a repeating 1. Next, what we check is we can kind of associate these with each number, right? Because these 7, 8, 9, the totals are in the same column. So with a 3, we know it's already at 6. With the 1, it's going to be at 7. And then it must have a 2. somewhere on this line. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, so to speak. If it has a 2, then it would be, and that would be with a 9, by the way, that's important. If it was a 2, it would be a 2, 2, it'd be 4, and then a 1, and then it could not have a 4 on it because that would be 9 again. Right? That's another important thing. So it'd be 2, 4, 5, and with a 3, it would be 8. So if the 3 is here, this is a 9, and this is going to be the same for every row because these are in the same column. So if this is a 3, then this is a 9. If this is a 2, this is an 8. If this is a 1, then we would have 2 1s equaling 2, and then we would need, we would be at 2. And then if we plus 2 would be 4, and then with a 3 would be 7. If we had 2 1s and a 4, then we would be at 6 already, and then we would need another 1 to make a 7. Because remember, we can't have, if a 1 is here, we can't have an 8 and a 9 because the 3 and the 2 in this column is going to already have it. So if it's a 1, it must be with another 1 and a 2 and a 3. So we can say the same for all these, that they have to be 1, 2, 3, and they're making triples, right, in every row and also this column. So we can mark those all low, we can mark these all high, and there's another one here that is the same way, it's just going a different little route, and we're not necessarily going to get the help that we got here with the 7, 8, 9 in the column. But still, since this is 4 digits, this number will repeat here. And we do not quite know, well, we know that they're all low, so since there is a 1, 2, 3 triple over there on the right, then we can say that this must be a 4. And then these are from 1, 2, 3 with a 1 for sure being on the column here. So now we can turn our attention to this circle and arrow and ask ourselves, what can it be? Obviously not 1, 2, or 3. 4, it couldn't be because the 1 and 3 have to be here. 5, it can't be because the 1 has to be here, so it couldn't go with a 4. And 3, 2 are here as well. 6, it couldn't be because the 1 and 2 are on the line, so this must be a 7, 8, or 9. Oh, and this one was as well. Mostly because we got the 4 from this. Actually, we can also do one step further, I think. If it was 1 plus 1 plus 2, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So this is an 8 or 9 minimum. I think we could also do one better and say, can this be a 3? And we would see that is already way too high. Can we say, can it be with a 2? It would be 2, 4, 5, and 9. So it can be with a 2, but 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1, 1, 2, 4, 8. Yep. Okay. So I think that's all we could do at that time. Now, another thing we can say about this 789 here on this arrow is that it can't have another um, high digit from 6, 7, 8, or 9. So, like, if it was a 9, what I'm saying is it couldn't be with a 6, 3, or a 7, 2, or an 8, 1, because they're all over here. And otherwise, we know that it has to have at least one low digit. So it is with a 4, because that's the only low digit left, and the 4 does not go in that column because of the one below. And as we can see, the 1, 2, and 3 are already to the right of it, then we know it must be a 5 to make the 9. And that also gives us the 8 down here. And if we were to use a 2 and a 2, we would have 4. If we were to use the 2 here and a 2 here, that would be 4. With the 1, it would be 5. With the 4, it would be 9. So this must be with the 1, which will be 1, 2, and this 4 will give us 6. And then we will need a 2 to go with it to complete the 8. This blocks out this 1 from this square. And we can color up some of our, I'm going to count 5 as a high, and 1 through 4 as the lows. So one thing we can see on this bottom row is that we have all 4 lows, so we can just know that these are all high. And we had the 4 lows here, so all of these are also high. Now in this column we have 5 highs, so we know that all of these are low. We also have a 1, 2, 3 triple right here, so we know this must be a 4. This is a 1, 2, 3. Since this is on a green whisper line, we know that it must differ by at least 5. Therefore, we know that this one has to be high, and it has to be a 6 or a 7. We do know as well that from Sudoku that, well, first off, the easy one is the 1 is here, the 1 is here, it must go here, and that will be blue. We know that the 4 goes in one of these because of Sudoku. We can ask ourselves if 5 can go here. It could go with a 2, 3 only if, well, we can look. The only ones available would be 5, 6, and 7, regardless. Anything lower would need a 1, and we have those in both of these 3 by 3 boxes. So if we worked out what could these be, right, if it was a 5, it would have to be 4, 1, which wouldn't work because of the 1s, or it could be 2, 2, 3 in that exact order. If it was a 6, we can rule out the 5-1 because of the 1 in both of the 3x3 boxes. But we can also rule out a 6 because it can't be a 4-2 either. And the reason it can't be a 4-2 is because this one would have to be the 2, and it would put the 4 there, but then this would need a 4 as well to make a 6. So it cannot be a 6. So if it was a 7, we cannot use 1-6 because the 1 is up there above us. If it was a 4-3, it would have to go in this exact order, where 4 would be here, 3 would be there. If it was a 5-2, the 5 would go here, and the 2 would go there. So the only 2 digits that will work in this box in particular is a 2 or a 4. And the only 2 that will work in this box is a 3 or a 5. So this is low because 2 or 4 is the only digits that will work. This is high because it is a 5 or a 7. This square now sees a 5, 7, 8, and 9. So the only high left is a 6, which will place a 5 in the bottom. Oh, this has 4 in the row. The rest of these are high. This is not a 1 now. And that made a 2-3 in this column, which makes this one into the 1. It'll make this one into the 2, that into the 1. Also, if we remember our earlier walkthroughs, the 1 is paired with the 7. There was no other way. The 3 had to go with the 9, 2 had to go with the 8, and the 1 had to go with the 7. This is going to be a 7 or 8. Alright, what was next? What was next? Oh, okay, I see. This 5 was looking this way toward the corner. This is looking down. 2 digits already here. The 5 must go here. And The 3 could not go here because it is not 5 digits away from anything else on this line. These are from 679. Okay. Right. The 5 goes over here because of this down here being forced to be a 5. Therefore, this is not the 5. Whoops, that was the 7. It also gives us the 6 at the top, and it gave us the 1 here because it's the only 2 was not 5 away. This is not a 1. This is not a 1. So this is the 1. It's the only spot left for it. This has now, well, this is going to be high because the 5 has to be there. So that's going to give us our 5th high in the column. So this is low. This must be a 2, 3, or 4. And there has to be a 3 down here somewhere as well. So this has made a 3-5 combo. 3 does not go there. And we know this is even, so this is odd because it is on a parity line, which was the red. So this must be the 3. This can still be a 2 or a 4. We know that 3 is not the repeat here, so we know this is the 2. And we know the 2 goes here. Since we know the 2 is here, this must be the 8. Now this is the 4. We can clean up some of our marks now. And it's going to give us 2 there. 1 was with the 7. This puts the 3 at the top, which goes with the 9. Now this must be the 2. And this is going to be odd. And out of the high digits, it can't be the 5, can't be the 7, it must be the 9. That rebuilt some stuff in the corner, in the bottom corner down there on the right. Oh, and the 4 has to be paired with the 3 to make the 7 total. Now we have all 4 of our lows in that box. Those must be high, and they must be, well, this one sees all of them except for 6. There's 5, 7 to the right, 8 indicate, 8 in the box, and 9 above. So this is 6, and it also puts a 6 over here. This is now a 7 or 9, which is known because of the 9 looking down on it. It's now being 9. This sees all 4 low numbers, so it must be high. There's 2 3 to the right of it, 1 4 in the box. Must be high. This one is the same way. It sees all 4 low numbers. Must be high. This one is our remaining low, which must be 3. It is the only one that can go there. So this is now a 5 6 pair. This is now our 8. 8 goes up here somewhere. We do have all 4 lows in this column as well. This is going to be a 7 8 combo. This is going to be our last 2 lows here. And this one can only be 2. It sees a 1 and 3 in its row, and a 4 right next to it. That is 2. This is 3. This is an 8 over here. And since this one has an 8 on the right 2, this one has an 8 on the right 2, the 8 goes here in this column. We can kind of work on this teal line now. We know that the teal line was modular, so it can be 147, which this could be the 7, 258, but we can see here that this one, 258's already taken, but this one right above it, it is also already taken, 258. So we know that this one has to be 258 because the 3 of them must alternate. So that we see the 2 right above us, we see the 8 to the left of us. This must be a 5. There's the only thing left. And then this one can be from either one of the other 2 sets. It's either going to be a 147, so it could be a 4, or it could be from 369, so it could be also a 3 or 9. So depending on which one this one is at the start, it will then alternate to the other, and then it will alternate to that 285, which we have. Also, we have the 7s, the same way as the 8s before. They're in the right-hand side, so they will go here in one of those. We still need a 6 here. It's got to go to the top because of this one. The 4 had to be at the top over here. The 2 goes at the top in one of these. Oh, we already had that one. Okay. The 2 goes there. That was just from Sudoku. These 2 2s are pointing up at it, and this one was pointing to the right. The peach line was in Tropic. We are at a low number. Color these up. So this must be from the medium set, or it must be from the high set. If it was from the medium, it could only be a 4. But we see the 6 to the left and the 5 below. If it was from the high set, we have a 7, 8, 9, or we have a 7 and 8 in the box already, so it could only be a 9. And this one would also have to be from one of those. If it was from the medium set, it could be all three of them. But if it was from the high set, it could be from none of them. So this must be medium, and this must be high. So this is a 9. This is from 4, 5, 6. This 9, though, gave us our 5th high in the column. Therefore, that one's a low, and it cannot be the 1 because of the 1 below it, and it can't be a 2 and 3 because the 1's in the box. So it was the 4, and we have all 4 lows in this row. So all of those are high. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, this. What happened to that one? That one can still be a 7, I think. I think I accidentally deleted something. I do think that's still accurate, though. Can be a 7. Not sure what I deleted. Or if I just forgot to put it in, maybe. So yeah. Okay. Alright, we have all that, I think. The 1 is here somewhere, and it's at the bottom on the left-hand side over there. So it must go on this top row. We see this 1 right above it. So this must be a 1. Let's go ahead and keep our colors going. Now we have all 4 lows. This must be a high. It could be several still, so we leave it alone. We have all 4 lows in the row. These must be high now. So these, well, they can be anything still at the moment. So this is a smart card. 4, 5, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 9. Let's count up some more blues, maybe. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no. Where's the 4 go? Any of these? Oh, this was... no, these could still be either. 3 or 9 there. Or a 6 could go there. 7 and 4 would be in the opposite. That is still good. 1, 2, 3. What is this number here? 7, 1, 2, no, 3, 4, 8. Not sure yet. Alright, what was the next step? A line. Peach is there. Oh, the 5. Oh, the green line. Something uncovered the green line going on up into this one. And it has to be... It cannot be from 258. It has to be from either one of those. So it can be a 369, which would be 6 or 9. I think I turned my numlock off there. Let me just try one. 369 or 147, which it could only be 7. So those are 6, 7, 9. This is still 5, 6, 7, 9. I think this is 5, 6, or 8. Same here, although that one's not 5. And this one is 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. One, two, three. I feel like this thing should just fall apart now, but oh, here it was. The 3. The 3 goes down here on this because of Sudoku. It can only go there because this 3 is looking to the right. So this is the 3. Now we know our order. This cannot be 6 now. It must be 7. It uncovered something on the left. I saw a flash by that red line, I think. This can now only be 8. 5, 6, yes, it sees 5, 6, 7, 9. Below and to the left. This is now 8. This is now 7. This is 5 or 6. This made a 5, 6 double. And no, wait. This could be a low number. It could be a 4, 5, or 6. Right? 4, 5. Yeah. This one can be a 4 or 9. Okay. Let's just mark this 2. Could be a 4. Could be a 5. That's it. Alright, what happened over here? I don't know, really. I think I already knew that was odd. Thought I saw a flash over there somewhere. But anyway, um, it's probably, there should be something that is seeing all of their digits that I'm just overlooking here. Let's see, this is a 489. This is a 4, 6, 8, 9. Alright. Okay, since we found this, what was that, modular it's called? So then they alternated, and then this one has to be from this same set. This set was 147, so 7 again is the only one that can work there. There we go. And that showed us more of this peach line, which we knew that was medium already. We knew this is low, but then it goes back up to high from 7, 8, or 9 only. So it must be 9. That gave us more. That uncovered a blue line, which is the region sum, which every time the blue line enters the box, the set in that box equals the same sum as the set in the other box. I doubt that made sense. So in this box here, you can see the blue line is 3 digits long. These 3 digits must be the same sum as these 2. And then it was, so if you took the maximum here, you can make 14. And now, if you go down here to this blue line and say, can I make 14 if I used a 9? Well, you can see you cannot. The minimum you can make with this 9 is 9, 10, 15, and you could not make 15 here to match it. So this is not the 9, this is the 9. It gives us the 9 in the bottom mid there, and it extends our blue line on downward. And you can see the minimum amount we can make here, if we took the smallest possible digits, is indeed a 14, which is the maximum we can make up here. So that's what it must be. It must be a 6, 8. It must be with the 1, 4. And that solved the entire rest of the puzzle, more or less. Just go around and fill in our numbers. I uncovered some fog somewhere just then, but I think it was all already resolved for the most part. And then at the end, coming up, it reveals everything, and also it gave us our killer name. Finally, the killer's name will be revealed. And if you equate all of these numbers to letters, as in 1 is A, I think 15 was O, etc. D is 4. And you get to work out a scrambled up thing that equaled Deadpool. And that's why they were marveling at how letters could possibly be equated. I do hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.